Oh, it's Chris Scott.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. This is our theme song, Max. You like it?
I like it.
Yeah.
Comes standard with the board.
Standard with the board.
We're creative.
Yeah, we're creative around
We
here.
live?
This is an original production, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? Welcome to Table Talk, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
want to introduce the guest?
This is Ron here, Michael here. We got a brand new guest today, Mr. Max, Mad Max. Hold on, Max. Let me get you.
Oh, you got something to do?
Oh.
What about?
There you go. How you like that, Max?
All right.
We always start the show. What you do this weekend, Michael? Anything good?
Yeah, it was Father's Day, so did a little bit of Father's Day activities. Went to the pool, had a cookout there. That was about it. You know, I went out Friday night. We went to Nobu in Charlotte, and then I went to Must Be Nice. Shout out, Pally. I saw Keller out. It was a double date, and then the adults stayed out way too late, so Saturday was rough.
Happens.
But you know, we recovered on Saturday, just in time for Father's Day.
What you get a gift for Father's Day? That's bag.
I got gifts. I got just some clothes.
Especially because you that Louis Vuitton wallet. I got to get that.
No, it's all right.
He's always got good-looking outfits. You ever notice that about Ransom?
Yeah,
He's always looking
Thanks, Max.
cleanest guy in the
You can't
room.
hide money.
Thanks, Max.
You know what I mean?
I did actually hide my money when I lost that wallet. It's hidden.
For
It's
good.
gone. I lost money.
Well, my Father's Day was at Red Rocks. We were really busy. Thanks for everybody supporting us. Brent
How was
came
it up
in.
here?
It was good, busy.
That's good. Good
You
problem.
know,
to have.
I lost my dad a few years ago, 10, and my dad and I used to always sit in my booth for Father's Day. So it's always, I always come in and eat there. And my mom's usually here, but now she splits time with my sister. So she see her, then we split.
Yeah.
So it was good, though. I mean, we were busy. I mean, it's funny. We were busy, and they across the street weren't. I think we're the one thing about Red Rocks, we're the special occasion place. So
That's right.
I like that.
I used to have pool parties after. It was always fun. Like my dad would be there, but I got to get you to Max, on Father or something like that. Set me up a good pool party instead.
Right.
It's easier for
I
me
mean,
than the boat. You know what I mean?
That's yeah, no question.
Just invite them after the boat where they're already, a little bit, tipsy.
All right.
we could do. We
do a little
could
bit of
make a
everything.
pool party
So
happen.
Max,
Let's talk about our guest today,
he
Max
played-
McLaughlin, man. How's the right way to say McLaughlin?
At this point, I'm
McLaughlin?
so confused. I don't even know. I think the right way is McLaughlin.
McLaughlin.
But everybody in the
Always
South says McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, yeah.
The announce everybody.
McLaughlin.
So if you tell us a little bit,
Ron will never remember that, by the way.
I print the bio, but every time I print the bio about somebody, he gets all mad. So because I'm
He
trying
prints
to
out
be-
Wikipedia pages.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
Wikipedia
yeah.
page. But I did. You race cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us about that.
So I've raced, I guess you'd say professionally since I was 15. I moved to New York when I was 15 years old to race for a guy named Al Hankey. Raced dirt cars up there, and then, that kind of led me down south again for a few years, and drove for Toyota with the ARCA stuff, and ran a truck race, Xfinity race, and then COVID happened, and the sponsorship got cut, and I went back dirt racing. So I actually have not even raced a race this year. With everything going on, and the business stuff. I've been so busy, and I'm looking forward to coming back soon.
What business stuff are you talking about?
Max is an
The IV
entrepreneur.
company. I'm trying to be.
Oh, the IV. That's right.
yeah,
You do the IV.
it's an expensive world we live in these days.
Yeah,
So
it is.
yeah, but I got the IV company. We've been working really hard on, and it's a lot of work. I mean,
Well,
it's
back
Shout
to-
out Ivy me now.
I
That's
knew
what
you
I
as a
had.
racer because your dad. I think you were building a car when I met you. But
Yeah.
did you race against a lot of people that have moved up in this
oh
series?
yeah. I mean, I grew up racing in Salisbury at Millbridge Speedway. Millbridge, a dirt track.
Yeah.
So I grew up racing with Kyle Larson. He was definitely the guy that I looked up to. He was the good young kid starting, and him and I went at it pretty good. That 2014 and 15, I think I won 11 races out there. He won 7, and there's only 2 other people that won a race that year, like at Millbridge. So it was, that's kind of where I got my start racing with the best drivers in the country. That definitely makes you a better driver for sure. But like I said, I haven't raced one race this year. I'm planning on coming back. We got a few scheduled here and there with a couple different teams, but I left my old team and went with a new team this year starting in January, and it was supposed to be like a really good deal. They hired all the right people, crew chief, everything, and then the money disappeared and sponsorship.
You know, Michael, SoCal, they sponsor race cars. Maybe get with him next year.
yeah, there you
They're-
go.
they're into
Well, you
that.
know,
No,
all
no,
it takes for someone's career to take off is being
table talk.
a guest on
That's
Table
it.
Talk. So
That's
you're
it.
making the
What
right
about,
move.
Yeah.
So we asked Stefan this, and we'll ask you. We asked Todd Badine, and you get any fights when you're in any good fights?
Oh yeah, I got some good stories.
Yeah,
Especially
tell us one. Tell
the
us
dirt,
your
the
best
dirt
one.
track racing is, you know, we get away with a lot more than the NASCAR guys do. We can get away with fighting and all that. We don't get penalized or nothing, you know. I think so. I do remember I was young. Of course, you know Ron Hornaday, right?
Oh,
So Ron had a race car. A guy named Billy Workman Jr. was racing it, and they built the car. Ron's, you know, awesome fabricator, and him and I that year, I don't know, Billy and I were just, you know, racing each other pretty hard. And I think I was 14, and I don't remember what started it, but he hit me, and I ended up wrecking, spinning out. So I waited for him to come back around, and I like hammered him wide open. Like
You were 14 years old?
Yeah, yeah.
How old was he?
The driver at the time, probably 30. You know,
Wow.
but Ron was like owning it. So Ron's in the pit area, you know, the whole family, and I knew right when I did it that I did it a little overboard. Like it tore it up pretty good. So I came in, and I was like, all right, well, we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're gonna come over. So I see Ron sprinting after me. So my dad.
Now,
nobody-
Ron's old, right? I mean, older.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Probably
he was
45 at the
He
time.
was probably 50 at the time, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm thinking in my head, well, I'm not going to go back to my trailer and get out and get my ass whooped. I'll just keep driving around the pits in circles. So I did like 2 circles, and Hornaday's chasing after me through the pit area, chasing the car back. And I just made a loop. I said, nope, nobody's at my trailer yet. Do another loop.
You just drove it home. You just drove it home.
Yeah, but no, there's some good stories. Dad's definitely a little short-tempered, so we.
Well, a lot of dads, right?
Yeah, I think
Because they put all the money in.
Yeah, of course. So I don't know if you know who Nick Hoffman. He's probably one of the most talented dirt racers in the country right now. He's really good. And when I was younger, he was kind of like my mentor. He owned the chassis company that I drove for, and so when I was younger, just learning everything, I taped my phone to the dash, and he was texting me as we were going, and he texted me. The restart before, a dude like jumped me, got in front of me a little bit, and I never called it back. He roughed me up a little bit. So Nick texts me and says, "Wreck that motherfucker!" Like wreck
There we
him. I'm
go.
like,
Hit
so
the beep, hit the
yeah.
beep.
Oops, I didn't know if I was.
Oh, you're
supposed to
allowed.
do
You're
that.
allowed.
I don't even know
Yeah.
where the beep is anymore.
Wrap that mother.
Yeah.
Pricker. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he texts me that, and I'm 13 years old. I'm thinking, well, damn. All right. I can't text back. I got gloves on. You know, I'm just reading it. So I was like, all right, I'll jump him, rough him up a little bit, and you know, same thing he did to me. Well, I did it a little too hard. Field wrecks behind me, and we're red flag. I mean, there's people climbing the fence, flipping me off. We're leading the race now. I look in the infield, and Dad's got the driver that I wreck's dad pinned over a BMW in the middle of the infield. Dad's got him on top of a hood of a BMW. And I'm just looking over. My dad's 5'4". He's not a big guy,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But he's got the, I don't remember what they call it, short man energy or whatever.
Napoleon complex or something.
Yeah. So I look to my left, and I'm like, oh God, this is not good. But yeah, if you race with the same people all the time, you're gonna, you know,
Like Hoop
eventually-
Group, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it is.
You know, I got to fight with Bob Dontino in Hoop Group.
Did you?
Almost. Yeah.
Really?
Well, he was going up for the layup, and I just, you know, one thing about me, I'm very fast, quick, mobile.
Yes, 100%.
Maybe.
It's your scouting
But
report.
my only thing is I'm a little bit slower, and the only thing I have good is when somebody's up in the air, I can push them.
Oh, all right.
Well, the problem is,
You're fast, quick, and mobile, but slower.
right. The problem is when I can't guard somebody, so he's going up for the layup, and I pushed him, which probably is not the right. You don't want to teach
Yeah, I
your kids
mean,
this, but it
probably
was
not.
something
Take a
I thought was
charge,
right
Ron.
at the time.
Yeah.
So then he threw a basketball in my head, and he got a technical, and he wanted to beat me up, and then
You guys
my
were
little
brawling?
cronies were all.
Well, you can't. I mean, you can't be pushing people in the air like that.
Well, at the time, it seemed like it was like racing. You were a little closer. It
Yeah.
seemed like a good idea.
Especially when I was younger, there's definitely, you know, I probably wouldn't do any of those things today.
No, but I didn't
But-
expect
Ron was a
Bob-
grown ass man when he did that.
Yeah, chucking people across.
I mean, didn't you ever want to anybody in Hoop Group? You got? I mean, you're a little scrappy guy in Hoop Group, right? I know you're on his cap.
Max is. I'm not. You got to keep your cool out there.
So you've
You
never
can't get
wanted
flustered.
to-
That's just going to take you. That's just going to take you off your game.
How many technicals did you get last year?
0.
And
I didn't
the
get
year
any.
before, 0.
Yeah, no,
You got
I.
to start getting a technical one time.
Why?
I don't know.
Michael Scott's good for a few
Yeah,
technicals. a
I'll,
year.
I'll leave it to those guys.
Yeah.
I
Michael
wanna tell you
Scott,
that
Cliff, Nate.
Let me just say, the last time I went and watched Max, that was the best laugh I've ever seen him
Oh,
make.
it was sick.
Who'd you drive by?
Charlie.
What happened?
He had the fake pass.
Crossed
and
him up.
Yeah,
You crossed up Charlie.
he did
I
the
was
fake
like,
pass and
Euro
layup.
And then he thought he was, what's the guy for Indiana? Chris, what's the guy from Indiana, the guy that made 18 points last night?
18.
The McConnell.
Mc- yeah.
Then he thought it was
TJ
McConnell. He
Yeah.
steps back and
TJ
hits a
McConnell.
three. I mean, you're like, I was like, is this
Yeah.
Max? It was Superman. Did you bet the over-under that game?
No, I stopped betting on my own. I stopped betting on my own over.
Because why? You never hit it?
No, I didn't. And every time I wouldn't bet on it, I'd hit over.
You realize that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you're not allowed to bet your under
Right.
in our league.
Were you allowed to, just so I know, did Michael, does he give you the green light or is it no?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
got way
green
more
light.
comfortable at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like last year, or I sucked at the beginning of the year. It was.
It's
it
hard.
was
It's your first
different.
when it's your first year playing.
Yeah.
Anybody when it's their first year playing, it's hard to get acclimated.
And
Well,
I tell
yeah.
everybody that playing in there is different. Like,
But
it's,
you thought you were going to be better than you were.
Oh no question. I think everybody does going into the hoop group.
You're
like,
playing at the Y with friends.
yeah, I
and you
play.
think-
I feel way more confident at the YMCA than I do there. It's something I don't know if it's like the depth perception or just I don't know. It's fast paced. Like the hoop group is super.
You in shape, you
fast-paced.
think, or not?
I'm not in the best shape of my life.
think-
No,
well, don't-
but
I mean-
I don't get like tired.
Now tell us. So I mean, it was a great story, and you did a great job. So Max told everybody to get an IV, which was really good because it affected the line before the game. Now, giving energy to these guys before the is it supposed to give them energy, or why do you give an IV to somebody?
Yeah, I mean you get 100% hydrated when you drink a Gatorade or something like that with electrolytes. Your body only intakes 30% of that.
Yep.
So once you get an IV, you're getting it right into your blood. So it's 100%.
So you would have been played better then.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we would
yeah.
have been hydrated for sure.
Yeah. So then
We wanted you to do next time you come. Renee was going to be your
Yeah,
you know Renee.
anytime. I do.
Yeah,
I do,
she wants to. We're going to have an IV set up for her or Chrissy.
All right. We can
And
make
then-
it happen.
Yeah, and I'll pay whatever.
Easy. We can make it happen.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's exciting. So you'll take the mobile truck to places. Is that
So
what you do?
we don't have trucks.
What's it called?
So IV Me Now.
It's on his
That's what
hat
the-
right there.
Yeah. So
The branding.
we're 100% mobile. So we have nurses. They have their own vehicles. I mean, we don't have like vans or anything. They just show up to your house. So they have
Oh,
their
like that.
bag, the poles, like everything. So
Ron's getting ideas over here.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say you own the company, but hey, come to my house with a girl
No,
and
they-
a nurse.
that's-
Creepy.
so it's just nice. Like it's a luxury item. You know what I mean? It's something nice.
Hey,
that when you're
I'm
feeling-
sorry to interrupt, but Judge Stafford's in the house, so tell her.
All right.
Hello.
Judge, what's up?
How are you?
Got a day off today?
Keep your seat. Keep your seat. Yeah, I'm
Have a
off
seat
today.
for a second. We want to ask you a question.
Okay.
One question. So,
One question.
just so you know, Troy, tell us what race team you owned. You owned.
Used to own Premium Motorsports.
Okay.
22 years in NASCAR.
Nice.
Okay.
Where you out? All the checks go out.
Now, if you get Max,
In case you were wondering.
yeah, well, Max doesn't have a
Figures.
sponsor. You know, we're just thinking maybe. Can you help the guy
I'm
out?
Max McLaughlin.
Hey, Max.
Oh, I didn't
Good to
know.
see
I
you.
thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good to see you.
I thought you were infamous. I'm sorry.
No, definitely not.
So,
In the
just,
hoop group.
so one of our last Daytona, and then I'll go because I got court. One of our last Daytona 500s. This is the little tidbit I'll leave you with. We had, and I've got this picture. We had Ross driving the, what number was it? I want to say it was the 55 car for us. We were Ford. No, I'm sorry, we were Chevy then. And we had Justin Marks driving, I want to say it was the 51. I can't remember exactly which numbers we had. But it was kind of cool. I'm standing there, and we got the two cars, and they're all sponsored up, and both guys are driving our cars. So it's kind of interesting today that Justin's owns the team that Ross drives for. So it's kind of
Nice. Yeah,
that's fun, right? Back in the day, and the Daytona. I want to say we finished. Ross brought it home at about 10th.
All right.
Patience.
Yeah,
That's
There was
right.
like 14 crashes in the
the name
last
of the game.
20
Yeah.
laps.
I remember he drove for you for a while in the 15 car too, right?
15 car.
Yeah.
So I'm a little dyslexic. So,
But didn't Danica drive for you one year, and you told her to don't go on the outside or something? Not you. You didn't say that. I heard that from other people.
Very well,
obviously.
thank you.
Yeah, we're on a podcast.
Danica was a super person. She's a great driver.
Aggressive.
And she hung out with my girls in the lot, and it was really a lot of fun.
Nice.
She had just done that
Yeah.
book,
Yeah.
The Nutrition and
Yeah.
Fitness. And she drove, we changed one of the cars to number 7. NASCAR let us do it for one race. And she drove was it GoDaddy? Was the green?
Yeah,
it was.
GoDaddy, yeah.
So my partner suggested, don't go high, stay low, because you have a place to go.
Yeah, of
Stuff
course.
happens.
Yeah. More room
Stuff
for
gets
error.
hot. If you're on the top, where are you going to go?
Yeah, nowhere.
You got
No
a car
wall.
to the left, you got a wall to the right.
Yep.
Stay down low, let the race develop. And unfortunately, she was on top. Seems like it was really early, 30, 40 laps in.
Yeah.
Something happened and took her out.
But you got the pole.
Did we get the pole?
I think you got the pole. I think.
We were very fast, very competitive. It was first or second, maybe. It was.
That's good she hung
she's
with the
a great driver.
kids. Yeah, we went, Danica and I, not me, but we went New Year's Eve, and we all went down there in Tulum.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Oh,
had,
nice.
for New Year's Eve, and she was down there, and we had a good time. She's really classy.
She was
person.
dating Aaron Rodgers, and
Yeah.
I wanted to get to the track because I wanted to meet Aaron Rodgers.
I don't blame you.
But you're an LSU guy. Where'd Aaron go to?
Cal. He went to Cal.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's a Pittsburgh Steeler now, Ron. That's you.
I know.
But he was a Green Bay Packer, and everybody liked Green Bay. And
Yeah.
so he was just a really good
It was
quarterback.
like his MVP years, too. I mean,
Yeah.
he was
I just
turning
want
it
to shake hands with him because those guys
Yeah.
have amazingly large
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
I
He's
know.
one of the best to ever do
He was
it.
Yeah.
he was out of his element, so he was a little bit standoffish.
Right,
but
I can
she got
imagine,
him
yeah.
to Say hello, and we sat on the pit box for a little bit.
Yeah,
Nice Quiet.
I heard Mason says, great guy and all that. So we'll see. I'll be up there and supporting him. But hey, in our neighborhood, he lives across the street, and Renee was asking about flags, right? I said, well, don't worry. When LSU season here, there's going to be a flag. He's got his LSU
Purple
flag
and gold,
up.
baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hopefully, they'll do good this year.
They should have a good year. Questions are around the coach, but they'll be all right.
Well, you got a lot of money.
Plenty of money. We've had what do you call
You've
it?
had money for the whole entire time, though.
We've had NIL
Yeah.
for 50 years.
Yeah. We
Before NIL
It's
was a
just
thing,
now
yeah.
legitimate.
Yeah.
Well, your coach ate
Not-
with
it's
your
on top of the table now.
Yeah.
Your basketball coach ate with me, and he told me the landscape has changed where all his kids now are 21 to 23. Like he doesn't even look at a
18-year-old.
high school kid.
Yeah.
So he said you're going to be a lot better, but
Oh,
we'll
good.
see.
It's a different landscape now with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to go back to being a judge after you leave us? You got to go downtown?
Yeah, I got to go to Iredell County and sentence some criminals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I get to do stuff like
Oh,
that.
Ron, don't you have a court date later? It might be good.
well,
No. But I'll come back and see you, neighbor.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Supporting Red Rocks.
Thanks, guys. Y'all
Absolutely.
be good.
Yeah,
Good to
nice
see
meeting
you.
you.
Sir.
Yep.
See you. So Max, Max was he was the glue that held the Outlaws together this year, though. And that's really how you would describe him.
It really sucks, you guys. I mean, it really does. I mean, Coker should hopefully work on his layups, but
Yeah.
it really does.
Ron wants to get back to this idea of having nurses show up at his house.
Yes.
Michael wants to
man.
stop talking about the layup.
I mean,
move
how
on.
many are you doing IV? You back to the IV business? How many are you doing a day? I mean,
It kind of just depends. I mean, like weekends are really busy for us. We've done like 12 to 15 in a day before, and then we have days where we only have one call. So it's kind of like not everybody's going to need an IV every day, So
Well, it seemed like Michael needed one on Saturday.
Yeah, I did. I
Probably,
should have
yeah.
called you on Saturday.
Yeah,
That was a
should've.
good. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Now the kids, because it's Father's Day weekend, did they wake you up too? Because like they don't care if you're hungover, right?
No, I wasn't hungover on Father's Day. I was hungover on Saturday.
Did
Yeah.
they wake you up on Saturday?
No, they didn't. They're at the age where they don't wake us up. They don't need us to be out there like watching their.
They're doing
moves.
their own thing in the
Yeah, so
morning.
they can like turn on the TV and watch cartoons.
Like
for a
what's
little bit.
what's a kid nowadays? They eat
What's
like
a kid now?
No, I'm
1,500.
saying, like, they eat Fruit Loops. What do they eat? What do they
No. I mean, it
Wheaties?
we get like our kids like waffles.
Oh, really?
pancakes.
I
I mean,
love I'm trying to figure out when I go up home over your house.
Well, he's got
cereal.
the bread maker.
Yeah,
too, so,
toast. Yeah, lots of toast.
you got
jelly.
the
She
maker
makes
like
the
I do?
best bread ever.
Jess makes good
Yeah.
sourdough, so the kids eat a lot of
Yeah.
toast, things like
I
that.
remember Jess was going to bring me more, but
Yeah, well, she will. She'll bring you more.
we need to put her on the podcast. But as a kid, I was asking everybody the other day, like, what did you get when you went to school? And I said, I always got a peanut butter and jelly, a Twinkie, and an apple. But Twinkies or Suzy Q's was my go-to, right? What about you guys? Was there anything you go to when you went to school?
I was a Cosmic Brownie guy. Remember those with the little like sprinkled dots on them?
Oh,
like
yeah,
little rectangle
yeah,
ones?
yeah.
Yeah. Swiss cake roll.
I always like chips. I would eat chips. I'd eat a whole bag of chips, like an actual like.
Did
bag
you
of
have a
chips.
lunchbox?
Yeah. I mean, we get like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or grilled cheese, something like that, and then you get some snacks and a
Yeah,
mom
but
put
the
an
peanut
apple.
butter jelly sandwich gets kind of soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
by
maybe we did.
lunchtime was
Yeah,
the problem.
Yeah, you're right. But we were living on a budget, I guess. That was it. Or
Yeah.
hey, Brent, look up Freakies. Have you ever had Freakies cereal?
Is that an establishment in town?
No, but Freakies cereal.
Here last night.
That's what
I
I
don't
was
think that's what it's called.
It's called Freakies. And there was a cartoon show called Freakies. And no shit. That box of cereal now is worth like $4,000 if you had it. But that was like my cereal was Freakies. And, well,
Do you think anybody has a box of Freakies unopened anymore?
Brent, are you looking up Freakies right now?
I am. They don't. They're not open yet.
Go to images.
Go to my house. I have a video last night. There's some freaky people there.
That's weird. Google Maps did take us to your house, Ron.
DoorDash guys, whoa, what's going on?
AKA Freakies.
Did you get to, speaking of last night, did you get to watch the finals?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched some of. I mean, I watched like 90%
Now
of it.
Chris is here. Did he? You notice he was?
He didn't hit his. He didn't hit his parlay. I heard.
Well, he always thinks the public's going to win. So
Yeah.
I thought the
he
Pacers
blamed
had
it
a
on
shot.
the player.
Yeah.
He blamed it on the player at the end, but it's just Chris Scott's luck. I mean, but action, he does everything. Chris likes to gamble a little bit, and he does everything on action. And action had over.
Yeah.
They did real well last night. Action sports picks.
See, I did the alternate spread, and I took Indiana plus 11.5.
Oh,
that did
man.
hit, but
By one.
Yeah. But I had a 4-leg parlay, and the one that didn't hit was Halliburton, 18 points. He only had 4 points last night.
0% field goal percentage.
Yeah, he missed every shot he took. He only hit 4 free throws. That was a bad game from him.
That was one of the worst I've seen.
You know, when you have, it is funny with these sports stuff, because Lawrence last night goes, is there like sports like the whole time? Like what's on next? Well, tonight it's the Stanley Cup final, then the basketball final.
Yeah, well, bad news for her is this is like it's about to be like the worst time of year for sports. There'll still be baseball on. I mean, like this is considered the downtime after the finals.
Yeah. You really like baseball. I like baseball, but it's kind of
And it's from a betting standpoint, you can't really it's hard to bet on baseball. They play too much.
Yeah.
They play so many games. It's like, does Juan Soto feel like getting up and going to hit a home run today? I don't know. He might.
Chris has the inside scoop. You know, he tracks the pitchers and he knows all that. I just can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it.
I'm going to pivot a little bit because Denny is in a thing called the Fanatics in New York. Did you hear about this, Max and Michael?
Yeah, we talked about it last week. The Fanatics Fest or something.
But he's been practicing with Nate. But there's 10 events.
Yeah.
So how do you think you do in hitting a boxing, like striking?
How do I think
You would do.
I mean,
Hitting what?
I guess you hit a UFC.
I
think
would
it's
do
like
pretty
the game
good.
It's like one of
the
those
game
games
at the
where
bar.
power.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
hit that pretty good. So maybe,
Okay, that'd be good. Okay, so
Yeah.
then what about soccer?
No, awful.
Okay, what about hockey?
Probably not. No,
Baseball.
really. I played baseball, so that's
So
like
you could
you
throw
could
a
hit it.
baseball.
yeah.
Oh, you got to throw. You got to.
I
hit
could
it.
throw
You gotta-
and hit.
You
I'm
gotta
confident
throw a
in that one.
baseball.
Oh, I thought you had to hit a pitch.
No, you throw a baseball. Don't know the dates over their training.
So back to the hockey one. Am I on blades on the ice?
No, you're hitting into a net.
Oh, well, I like on
I
pavement.
I'm just going by what
Yeah.
they tell me. I didn't know. You have to look it up, but I
Well,
can't.
let's
figure
make
it.
up our own.
That
You
definitely
got
changes the scenario if I got
I think you
hockey
just hit
skates
into a
on.
net.
Yeah.
But
I could do that.
But Tom Brady's
Yeah.
in it. Like Tom Brady's in the event. William Byron's in the event. Okay, then you got soccer,
You already said that one. Golf,
golf. Yep,
Yeah,
close to the pin.
closest to the pin.
closest
Yeah.
to the pin.
And then you have the walk-in. Now you would be really good at where you can. You probably would too because you're a marketing guy. Well, sometimes I think you are. But I don't know if you really are, but sometimes you are. When you
Play
want
one
to
on
work
TV.
out, when you want to work out, you can do it. When you put your full effort. But you walk in.
We
you
select
got a
our
minute to walk
clients
in.
very
You got a minute
carefully.
to walk in, so you do like the WWE.
Yeah.
That's another.
You're
that's,
walking song. You get
That's-
rated on how good your
Yes,
walking
I
is.
think I'm not sure what.
Outfit, song.
Yeah, I
like-
think you would good at that.
Yeah,
I think
I had some
Michael
good
would, too.
outfits on the walk-ins this year.
Yeah, I thought you'd wear something today. Like I thought.
I mean,
yeah. But
nothing
Brent, what
today.
else is in it?
The Bucky's beaver
You
suit.
see it?
The freaky suit.
Freaky suit.
Well, the freaky box. How much was it? I don't know. how to look
I
at
didn't
it.
see how. I mean, I found them, but I didn't.
Yeah,
see.
it's like $3,000 for a box of freakies.
Yeah, probably because who the hell still has an unopened box of Freakies? That's probably the most. That's probably the most rare item
But
in the
it's
world.
it was a show. There was different freakies in the show. It
So
wasn't
it's a collector's
freaky
item.
like you're
Yeah, it looks like little monsters
It
or
looks like
something
little
like
Yeah.
that.
boogers. They look like
Yeah.
boogers.
And how much are they? They're expensive.
I mean, the toys are like
This
200,
unopened
200
one's
bucks. or-
$12.
Where? What I'll tell you what. I want Renee. That's what I want for Christmas.
$12.
You
I
know what
want
you
a
could do
Freakies
for
box.
you know what you could do for $3,000, Ron?
What?
Not buy a Freakies box of cereal from 1975.
Oh, it's bad.
What is it?
Dated.
It's from 1975.
And you could, how much is it?
I don't know. I'm just saying you could spend that money wiser.
You
than
could get
something.
like a monster.
I think
truck on
it all
Facebook
depends how you want to live
Yeah.
your life. A collector say, why?
But
do
why
you have
don't you
a
get
Freakies
like
box?
a Anthony Edwards rookie card or something?
Ooh. That's
Because
it's
I
like the
think it'd
bank.
be a better story if you came to my house and and you're up in the sports room and I frame a Freakies.
Cereal box.
I don't know if one person would.
And what about the
ask
I've
what
never
that is.
heard of it.
I
so-
haven't either.
That would be.
Well, that's how old
could
I am.
have-
Remember,
you
you
could
get-
have like a lights
and
and,
I-
shadow box. And some people would
So it
would be like, can you
not
turn that
even
light
say
off
Max,
on
when
that
you
thing
get
over there?
old, Michael, you're not you got a girlfriend, but if you ever go single to Vegas,
Yeah.
the number one thing they do is they say, "Hey, what's your name?" And I say Ron Herbert, and they go, "Okay, what's your address?" Blah 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 blah, and then they go, "Okay, what's your birthday?" Wow, it all depends who you're with, right? You don't want to share the date. You're like 11/13. No, what's your full birthday? Well, if you look up Freakies, I remember at my age group I'm sitting with.
I used to eat Freaky, so you take it from there, lady.
Yeah, right. I should go to the
They're gonna have
lady.
to Google that.
Yeah.
I was
He
in
would
the
look at you like-
Freakies area.
Yeah. The Freakies era. Freakies era.
You're gonna go home and you're gonna watch it one day, the show, and you're all gonna laugh.
So
and
it's
say,
a show. It's got like Freakies is a big deal.
It's got
It's not
monsters.
just cereal. I thought it's just
Well,
cereal.
I guess
now.
it's like Fruity Pebbles,
I can't-
Flintstones, maybe.
Yeah, but
Can you go
Flintstones
on there?
don't have a full
Can you
show.
go- Brad, can you look up the show?
The Flintstones have a show.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No, the
but the Fruity Pebbles.
Oh
Don't.
yeah, they don't. Right? You should just say Fruity Pebbles.
What do you have now in your cereal? Do you eat cereal?
I every once in a while I'll crave some cereal, but like
I'll crush some cereal. I
Yeah,
love cereal.
I will too.
Oh, I love Fruity Pebbles and
Yeah.
Frosted Flakes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, cinnamon toast.
Oh
crunch.
man,
I
cinnamon
mean,
toast crunch.
sometimes I just like I don't have a go-to. If I'm in the mood for one, I'll go get it. You know,
Do you
what I
add
mean? Like,
sugar
yeah.
in your stuff or not?
No, well, it depends what it is.
Rice
if it's like Rice
Krispies.
Krispies,
Yeah.
you have to.
Cheerios.
Yeah,
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
I
yeah.
like. I put honey in my Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, double the honey,
Double honey.
double the fun.
Now, what about before you're racing? Did you?
No Cheerios.
Wheaties.
Would you think about? We talked about this with
Yeah.
some drivers. Did you think about going to the bathroom before you drove and eat?
Oh
anything?
yeah, I had this conversation with somebody. Do you know who Chase Claypool is? He played
yeah,
for
yeah.
the Steelers.
Yeah, Ron knows for sure. He's a Steelers guy.
Well,
Yeah.
we were together last night, and he asked me that question. He said,
course.
Well, we had that. You know, Will Greer. He had
Oh,
his
yeah.
charity golf tournament yesterday, so we all hung out after, and he asked that question, like, "What do you got to do if you got to pee in the car?" And it's funny, like, you know, how, like your dad said something to you when you were a kid, like a piece of advice, and you remember like one thing that he told you. My dad always told me, never drink. Like an hour before driver intros or the race, stop drinking fluids. Like, and some guys just pee in their soup.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of guys that do. I've never done that. I just don't want to really race around for 3 hours in
Right.
my own piss.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
No.
So you don't get IVs before you're racing, huh?
I mean, no, I haven't. But I didn't have an IV company when I was
Yeah.
racing full time either. So
Yeah.
like the NASCAR stuff, you prepare way more throughout your week for the NASCAR races. They're longer and it's really hot. You know, like the dirt racing's 50 laps. So like dirt racers definitely run a lot harder than the NASCAR guys do. Like,
Yeah.
it's known, it's well known that.
You come in, Emily.
That's not a hot take.
Emily's
No.
in here.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, man, he needs one. Bring one in front of Max. And
What is
in
that?
front of him.
Strawberry or blueberry?
Ooh, blueberry.
Okay, we'll just
Blueberry
taste it.
Aperol
Thank you.
spritz.
Yeah.
And then
Ooh.
this is strawberry.
It's a little taste
That's
test.
one of our. What's in it, Emily?
It's blueberry puree, Aperol, Prosecco, soda water. Yeah.
I've heard of soda water.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, what do you got? You want one?
You know?
You good back there?
And,
That
uh,
one's the
You're
same
welcome
thing,
to come
just
up on the
strawberry.
microphone if you
All
want.
right.
Pretty good.
What? So we asked all our guests. You got to rate the drink 1 through 10.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, it's not something I would go out and order.
Yeah.
like, but it's pretty damn
So
good.
6.
No, you can't say that. It's a 10.
It's a 10. It's
All
a
right.
10.
Our
The
10th streak
blue-
continues.
This is like the pizza challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
our new
really-
segment.
He's never given a 10 though. Like, what's a 10 in Dave Portnoy's pizza eyes?
I saw 8.2 the other day. I thought that
That's
was good.
high. That's
Yeah.
extremely high.
Yeah.
Like a 6.5 is high for him. Like a 6.5 is great pizza to him. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, he.
So there you go. 6 is pretty
You,
good.
he's done a good job with that, by the way. We
Oh,
should
yeah.
do something like that.
What's this new segment brought to you by Red Rocks.
Yeah, but you got to do you
Rate our drinks.
You couldn't be able to do something like that. You have to do something like that to promote just Red Rocks. Like, he can go out and
Yeah, we
go
got to ask
every
our
pizza
guests every
place.
week
Yeah.
to rate the drink that's brought
Yeah.
in.
Oh, well, rate food.
Or food, yeah. Just don't eat into the mic.
What about, I was thinking about talking about food. Mexico, when
Did you go to Mexico?
Gettysburg?
Did you go? Oh, okay.
when Shane said, it's coming out the front of my mouth and the back of my mouth.
Everybody's shitting themselves.
There you go.
No, but like I thought it was funny. He won the race. He goes,
Yeah.
"Well, it was a tough race. I had to."
Yeah.
Did you
go
do
out
it in
the
the
front
suit?
and
Did you do it in his car? Did you do it in
I
the
don't
car?
know.
I was talking to another driver. I'm not naming names, but another
but his
another,
name- but his name was-
Nobody will
driver,
listen. You're
another
not
driver
listening.
got an IV last night because he was shit his pants.
Oh, really?
And
What was his
he-
name?
What
But
number does he drive?
Yeah, what
he
number is his
said-
car?
He
Don't
said
say his
20,
name.
20 minutes before driver intros, all the drivers were sprinting to the bathroom,
Oh,
chugging
no.
Imodium. I'm like, oh, that's 2 races in one race
Oh,
right there.
man.
But Mexico is great. Let's go back.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They needed a
about
halftime for
going
that
to
race.
Mexico, though. What do you think about that?
I think it's cool. I don't know. Like,
Like I know
I thought Mexico was all dirt roads and like I didn't realize it was that night. It's a beautiful city.
Well,
What
the
city-
Ritz
what city
Carlton's
were they
right
at?
down. I know
Mexico
my friend
City,
stayed at
Mexico
Ritz
City,
Carlton, but he had. Well, that just doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel right.
That's like last year in the NFL when they started the season in Brazil. Like both teams were not happy about that. They had to like fly down there. They could not leave their hotel unless they were going to the game or to warm-ups or whatever.
because it like wasn't safe.
Yeah, it wasn't safe at
Like
all.
why do a sports
Yeah.
event there? Like
Well, I think they're trying.
Well,
to,
they're trying to expand the game,
Expand the
but
market.
you know, the players were like, "This is our."
Yeah,
it was the
sucks.
first game of the season. It was the NFL kickoff on Thursday night. They're like, "This is our reward. We're going to Brazil to,
Yeah.
and we can't even like they didn't even bring their families. They were saying they're like, we're just gonna,
Yeah.
we're stuck in the hotel for 4 days. They wouldn't let them leave.
Like
Just 'cause Allen
I've
saved
never been to Mexico City. It looks nice. I think obviously it's got to be a destination because everybody went early to go. You
when
know
I
what I
was
mean?
disappointed, I don't think I saw one señorita. I was looking for that. Like I was trying to see where the.
Did you go?
señorita- No, I just looked on TV. I'm trying to look. I'm like,
There were
where they
plenty of
at?
senoritas, I'm sure, in the stands. If you
I
look
didn't
hard
really
enough.
see that many. Like I
I'd
was
have
like,
to
hey.
believe, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was watching the cars, but I don't know
Yeah.
what you were watching.
I want to pivot to something funny. Is the
We need a pivot button.
the marketing. We talk about marketing.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And you're on SoCal Market, great company for car dealerships and everything. But Max brings
Yeah.
Jawan, how do you say Jawan?
Jawan Jennings.
Jennings, yeah.
Yeah.
Jennings there, and we put his name on the menu. And guess how many people looked at that
It was like
menu?
600,000 or something.
600,000 people.
Looked at what?
that
Like a
menu.
picture?
Like it's how like underneath the picture, like when you posted, I think it was Twitter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Was it
But it
because of
shows
you or
like
him?
views.
Okay.
Like we both posted it and shared it, and it got 650.
There you
We
go.
put the other quarterback, Purdy. We put
Purdy,
his
yeah.
name on. Is he coming back in town? We need to get him here.
Jawan, this is the time like to come right now. We've been going back and forth. Like he's called me a few times to go out, and it's harder now.
Next
that I own
time
a
he come
company,
on, let's
like,
call
get
him
his
in. He's a
lead.
nice guy. We'll call
He's
him in.
awesome.
Yeah.
Jawan's awesome.
Now you're always on the field. Do all that. Is that because of him or before you knew him? Because I always saw you
Yeah,
at
well,
the San Fran game.
Yeah, he does he hooks me up with
But But
That's the
before
cool
that,
thing about the
it was
player.
before-
Before that, no, it was Bill McAnally. You know Bill. He owns a NASCAR truck team, like Napa Auto Parts stores out there. Diehard 49ers fan, and I am too. So I drove for Bill one time, and basically because I was a 49ers fan, we just connected good. And
So you were a 49ers fan before?
Yeah.
Okay, so you grew up a 49ers
yeah,
fan. Okay.
like I met Jawan basically from being a 49ers
Got it,
fan.
okay.
Like I DM'd him on Instagram one day, and
Yeah.
next thing I know, we're like 3 years later,
Yeah.
whatever, we're good friends.
Yeah. He's probably gonna have a big year this year.
Yeah,
He's gonna be like.
I think he's going to get extended before the season.
he'll probably he'll be the number one receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think
Notice
Ayuk's
he
out for a
hasn't
little
been
bit.
we should have got him on the we got to get him on the podcast with you. You know,
Yeah.
we got to get him on the
Well,
podcast.
the thing is, like, I remember because I went to like 5 home games last year in San Francisco, and I remember the night before, 2 nights before, whatever, the week 1 game against the Jets. It was Monday Night Football, and he was mad because he thought he was going to be starting. He was like told he was going to be starting, and he still is in the game like every play.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a huge difference between if you're
Like the X
lined
receiver,
up
yeah.
as the 1
Yeah.
or the 3, you know. And he was like pissed because he had just came out of the Super Bowl where if they won the game, he was 100% going to be the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah.
MVP. Yeah. Like he had it on lock, and then he goes and like I don't know. It's a political game, and like I'm sure Mason says the same thing. I think a lot of the NFL is like sometimes it's not all performance based. It's politics, and like if you got a guy that's not performing, but he's a $30 million a year guy,
Right,
you
yeah.
have to play that.
You need
$30
your
million
return
a
on that
year guy.
investment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
Right.
And draft stock means a lot too. Like,
Yeah.
Look at Trey Lance, the guy like they put him in. He was not ready to be a starting quarterback at all.
And they traded like
Yeah.
the farm for him.
Yeah. He wasn't ready. That was a horrible.
word-
Brock Purdy saved that deal.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a bad. And Mahomes wasn't in that draft, but they passed on some pretty good
Oh, yeah.
quarterbacks for Trey Lance.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Justin Fields, CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud was the year with
Was
Bryce
he?
Young. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. And,
But-
it was Fields.
but they gave up a lot
Yeah.
for basically nothing.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, which he's
Yeah.
now was he with the Cowboys? I don't know if he's still there, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's that, Trey?
They got a
Yeah.
huge quarterback room.
Yeah.
Now.
I
Yeah,
just I don't mind San
He will.
Francisco. I think they're I never disliked them. I like to see CMC do good. Hopefully
Yeah.
he can stay healthy this year.
He looks
You gonna
good.
pick him in fantasy?
No, but I'll cheer
You
for
know,
him.
I
Yeah.
hate that. The best base story I have this week was that Devers got traded. And speaking of
Who?
like Devers, one of the best baseball players in the league.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Plays
yeah.
for the Red Sox, designated hitter. Didn't want to play first base, making $300 million contract, one of the highest contracts.
Mm-hmm.
They traded him like they did Luke, like kind
Yeah,
of did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
For the Giants, right?
So I'm thinking about we said about Jerron, but the poor guy Hastings, who's a AAA guy, moved up, was getting ready to start on Sunday Night Baseball for the Giants. So you think about this: your day's coming. You're going to start. You grew up in San Francisco.
Yeah.
You're gonna be starting on Sunday Night Baseball, and then they showed it. If you watch a clip, it's pretty good. 20 minutes before the game, he's out. They made the trade. So
No
the poor
way.
kid, all his family's in the fans.
They should
gonna
just
watch
let him play.
Yeah, right?
right. So I'm thinking about, like, you talk about politics. That poor kid,
Yeah.
all of his friends came to watch him. I'm
Yeah,
thinking, I'm
first
not
game,
sure that,
right.
right.
I know,
He's
I know,
starting
yeah.
on Sunday Night Baseball, national TV.
Yeah.
They
Against the
make a
Dodgers
trade.
too, right?
It gets worse. It gets worse for the poor kid. He goes to Boston, and they reassigned him to AAA.
He was part of the trade.
Yeah. He was
Oh,
part
I
of
thought
the
you were
trade.
saying he
Yeah.
got relegated to the bench or
He
somewhere.
was part of it for Devers.
Yeah.
Devers, if you don't,
Wow.
Chris, you know Devers, you know about the trade.
No.
No, you have no idea who that guy is.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, Chris.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't follow baseball like that.
He's
So.
hit 300. He's a designated
He'll
hitter.
he'll be back in MLB though. Like I think when they get traded like that, usually, especially pitchers, like you got to learn the system again. So you go down to the.
He's
farm
got a
team.
good thing going because he got traded for Devers because they want to make sure because they're saying it's like
Yeah.
the Luka trade. Why would they trade 3 guys?
Yeah.
But the guy had an attitude. He just said, "Screw it, we don't want you." I mean, he wouldn't play first base. He was making a lot of money. It follows the story.
So
but
one of the guys the Red Sox got is the pitcher.
is the pitcher.
And is he pretty good?
He's got
young,
there's,
like, yeah.
there's one guy that played left field that was the 12th pick last year. They got another pitcher that was the 12th pick the year before. So they got some. We'll see. I don't
What
know.
I don't understand is what the Magic gave up for Bane.
Bane.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that's another one.
I heard he got traded, but I didn't see what it was
It
for.
was like 4 first-round picks. I'll have to, well, fact
Yeah,
check
that's
this.
right. It's
Cole
4
Anthony
first-round picks
And he
for a
got
guy
a
that's
box
going
of
to score.
freakies, I think.
and a box of freakies.
He got a box of freakies.
That's what put it over the edge right there.
They gave him a 3,000 box of freakies.
And he
that-
waived his no trade clause.
Yeah.
One of the first real boxes from the Freaky era.
Oh, it was made in 1908. That was weird. All right, let's see.
what?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
What
He
is
got
the
traded
trade?
before. He got it in.
All right,
That-
so
that
I'll
makes
tell
no
you,
sense to me.
four unprotected first-round picks, a future first-round pick swap, and I want to say there was Cole Anthony was in this.
Yes.
Yep.
I like Cole's game.
KCP,
KCP 's
Contavious, Caldwell Pope, Cole Anthony,
Holy
and
smokes.
4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
I don't think of Bane. I mean, Bane's a great player, but man,
He hits the
Damn.
threes.
But is
He's
he worth
40 for
that,
three.
though?
to me, he's a 20-point guy.
Four first-round
Yeah.
unprotected picks.
If you're trading away the whole team for something like that, he's got to be a 30-point guy.
Hey, well, that just makes me. What can the Hornets get for LaMelo now? Like
Hey,
7
hey,
first-round
Hey, it
picks?
seems
Eight?
like Charlie trade for
No,
Keller.
they'll probably get a bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
Charlie's Keller
Yeah.
trade.
Box of freakies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a
It was
box of
kinda like that.
freakies, Keller and Stiggs, who's playing really good. And I mean,
I that was the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life. It's smart for Denny and Charlie, but
Yeah.
from Cush's point of view,
Terrible.
I hope Cush is watching this because that.
He is.
He is
so.
watching.
well, he's not a
bad.
coach anymore. He got
Well,
He got sent to AAA.
he's got to go pitch and
Yeah.
love Cush to death, but I told him from the beginning that was a dumb trade because Keller, like you're gonna struggle playing there for the first time. Like Keller,
I love
from
Cush
the
too.
First game
Just
to the last
not his
game,
general
holy
manager
smokes.
moves.
No,
Bad coaching decision.
well. Michael's made. Have you made any trades ever in the hoop group?
Yeah.
What was your best
This is
one?
the first year I haven't made a trade. Usually I do
love our team.
pre-draft trades. Usually I'll like switch spots in the draft. But I've made some before. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
We were right there.
Yeah.
That was a good team.
that was.
Now-
And it's funny. I didn't know Chase before that. I hang out with Chase like 4 times a week now.
Oh,
I
do
was
you
with
really?
him- Well, he was with us last
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he's a
about
good guy.
his sister?
I don't hang out with her 4 times a week. No, but
Too far around.
I just heard a lot of stuff.
the best is the announcer. And, like he said, his dad and mom were watching, and Tom's announcing and Riley's announcing, and they're like, "Yeah, so there's Chase. He's had a great year, and even better statistic, he's got not only a hot girlfriend, he's also got a really hot sister.
Chase's parents were watching. Oh no.
Not only does he have a hot girlfriend, he's got
Ronnie,
a
they
super
did a
hot
really good
sister.
job. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, they mention on certain players in her DMs and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was the next thing. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of players are in her DMs a little too often or something like that. It's so funny.
We got to pivot to this because it's a big story of the week.
find a
and
pivot
you
noise.
don't watch TV, so I didn't
It sounded like a wet fart.
yeah. But you
That's what happens when you
the
come back from
Minnesota
Mexico.
guy dressed up in a sheriff's outfit and goes
Who?
on this killing spree.
Where are we at here? Wait,
What pivot?
You do you watch CNN or anything? You guys watch the news?
I try to stay away from it, especially
You do?
right now.
CNN. No.
or Fox, whatever.
Oh.
I mean, I've watched
the guy dressed up as a policeman, and then he
Yeah, so
He
it was-
shot the congressman.
Really?
right. He had a
This news
target
to me.
list of people, and he ended up killing like 2.
Chris, did you
Wow.
watch this?
Oh, Chris
When was
knows all
this?
about it.
Come on up
Hey,
here,
we're
Chris.
bringing in our legal our political correspondent.
What I mean,
Chris Scott.
How do you wake up in the morning and just?
He's
do that
live.
to
He's
people you
live on
don't know?
scene.
That's
He did it
crazy.
at 3 a.m.
Chris
he
Scott's
went to
live on
4
scene.
different houses. He had a list.
Report live, Chris. What happened? Well, the dude had a mask on.
You got
like a-
2 of the 4.
And the police.
It was like a Halloween mask almost, but it was like an old man.
When
mask
was
with-
this?
It was this past weekend.
It's called news.
Yeah.
Max with
Yeah.
the.
You know, notice
You're putting those
long
freakies.
weekend.
You probably
It was a long
forgot.
weekend.
people's mental health
Was it
goes
whole
down
box?
a lot more if you're
No,
watching
it
the news all
happened
the
in
time.
Minnesota. It's crazy. He was
Wow.
he just decided to go crazy and he had a list of people he was going to knock off, and he went to 4 different houses. He got 2 of them.
Holy.
But
Was there like reasoning behind it?
That, I don't know. I mean,
but Chris,
went
was there any reason behind it? Yeah.
Politically motivated.
politically
for sure.
motivated.
Yeah.
But he was like, they had to do like a manhunt for like 2 days, right? They finally found him
How did I not hear about that?
because you don't watch the news.
I guess.
I mean, it's a pretty big deal. But he dressed up as a policeman, went to these houses, and it's so scary. I mean, your world that we live in.
Yeah.
yeah, because what are you gonna do? Cops at your front door? You're
I
gonna
think I
open the
locked
door.
my door now for 2 days in a row. I mean, you can't even. You gotta lock your door.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a car stolen in the peninsula recently where the key fob in the car. You shouldn't leave your key fob in the car because people go and they look for cars that have their key fob in it. I know 3 people now that have got their cars stolen.
My key fob's in my car in the parking garage
Right now?
Right now.
Yeah. No, it's not there
If anybody
anymore.
looking,
What kind of car do you drive?
Ford Pinto.
yeah, what's going on?
Red Ford Pinto. Yes, with leather seats.
It's a black
Dice in the windows.
Black
Yes.
Range Rover.
See what I'm saying? That's how I grew up. Like you could tell your driver. Like when you have dice in the windows.
Yeah.
Like if you go back my car and you put that. Have you ever seen dice?
You
in the
have
windows?
dice in your windows
Oh
right now?
yeah, you got.
Yeah, you do? I remember that. My sister definitely had that
Yeah.
in high school. That was.
You remember how like the horses would take us places? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Take us to the grocery store to get our freakies.
Yeah. The general store.
The general store. yeah.
Listen, when you see, I will bring because I'm going to buy for sure. Brent, just so you know, brought my first hat this week.
Oh, congrats.
I got suckered, I think, as well. He's like, I want to make sure that the money goes into my account. Why don't you buy one?
I wonder if I should make Freaky's hat. We haven't talked about Ronnie's hats, but Ronnie's hat is exploding, and we have a new.
There was no promo codes when you shop,
We,
was
we
it?
have.
It was not.
I just saw the buy with his credit card. I saw it go on my bank account, 3227. I was like, thank God he never got a hat. Didn't have to send it to him, and he spent $32.
And Ron was also like, hey, didn't
Never
learn.
got a
Try
hat.
again. Do again.
But we have a hat coming out. It's called Cheapskate. Do you know any Cheapskates?
Yeah.
Look,
Would
I
you
do.
buy a Cheapskate hat on Ronnie Hats?
Chris, he said this one's for you.
I would probably buy one to give to a cheapskate.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
going to be
All right,
on
we'll do it
its
right now.
this week.
Do it right now.
I don't know.
I don't
Prove
think
it.
it will.
I heard they don't
What
ship.
about American Guest? That's my other one. That's my next
a
one.
what?
America's Guest.
America's Guest.
Yeah, give me a slogan you think would sell in a hat.
Oh God.
You got it?
Let's get freaky.
Yeah. There you go.
Doggy style?
Doggy style.
I wanted to do
Freaky.
doggy style.
Why
They
don't you just
won't
do
let me-
freaky?
They
Yeah.
won't let me do doggy style, but I'd say because
Where,
you take
you
your
can do whatever
dog
you want. You own the business.
to a salon and you get it styled. It's doggy style, and these people have different views of what that means.
Doggy styled.
That's not how you, that's not how you pitch it, guys.
If I saw a chick wearing a doggy styled hat, I got doggy styled. I don't even.
Yeah.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Hashtag
Come meet
doggy
my,
style.
yeah, come meet my
I'll wear
parents,
a-
sweetheart.
When the IB girls come to my house,
They're gonna leave there with doggy style hats. Is that what you're saying? Man,
we're gonna get.
he's
actually,
all. Do not
will you
send
please
anybody
bring
to his
that-
house.
We really want to
50
get
mile
Chris.
away.
We do an IB from his company. Would you do that next time he comes? I want to do that for sure.
You know who's a great client of mine? Michael Scott. He gets
Oh,
them
yeah?
all the time. Yeah. Yeah. he
Now,
gets
is
them
there
all the
anything
time.
like called
Oh, good for
client?
So always
privilege?
hungover, huh?
He's so
Client
nice.
privilege.
Be honest with you, he's client. What do we talk about?
What?
Who's your
Like
who
my
uses-
favorite clients.
No, like who uses
Client.
your stuff?
What do you mean?
No, what do you call it when
The
you have a
privilege,
cli-
like the client,
no, when you
Client
sign a
privilege.
confidential
client customer privilege.
yeah,
Like an NDA?
NDA.
Yeah, I can't tell.
No, Michael Scott gives testimonials about
Yeah,
how good he is. So
I
it's
know,
probably
and Michael
not.
Scott loves Red Rocks too, but we can get him in here too.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it'd be a good show for you.
Yeah.
This is on CW.
But
If
there's
you don't,
no, you're 100%. There's definitely
Do
people
not.
you can
Let's
talk
not
about.
do
Yeah.
Sam during that
No.
episode.
we don't want to talk about that. That,
No.
that was just he was scared. We don't want to talk about negative stuff. That just happened. Like,
Yeah, hey,
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to
That's
do
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, people that are scared of needles probably should not have a needle in their arm for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
well,
Hey, but
Probably
he played
not.
great. He played great after that.
He
take
did play good that
Yeah.
day.
needles are hard.
I don't like needles.
No.
I don't like needles.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but
And you own an IV company.
Yeah. But
face your fears.
I mean, don't get high on your own supply.
What's the best one you have?
That's a good hat right
What's
there.
the best one you have?
The best IV I have?
No, like what's the like if you got it? Like what do we? What
Well,
are
I
we
mean, it's kind of all different. I mean, it depends how you feel. We have like 20 different packages now. I mean, we're definitely catered to the customer however they're feeling. So my deal is like some companies you have to decide what you want first, and bags are pre-mixed and stuff. We send the nurse there. She has all her vitamins, and if you want exactly this, you get that.
Ron wants to know, what if you just want the nurse?
That's going back to the DMs. I
Yeah.
think.
I really, I'll be honest with you, I can't take the pressure of that. I'd like to use your service but I'm like that with the needle. I just I don't know.
Yeah, don't risk it.
Yeah.
Don't risk it.
I don't want to go in, but I've had 50 blood vials taken, so I know needles for sure.
Yeah.
It's one thing getting a shot or like your blood drawn, but it is in there for a while.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Like you got to just stay calm. If you start freaking out, I mean, I don't know. I don't like them because I think I would not like looking at a needle on my arm for 30 minutes. I've never gotten an IV.
So what do you got going on the rest of the week? What's the plan?
I'm working on trying to get some marketing stuff. We've been going back and forth actually.
New flyers coming out.
New flyers
yeah.
coming out.
Oh,
yeah.
Brent's helping you?
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Oh, yeah? So,
I just like, obviously we do, Google ads, SEO
Yeah.
stuff, but like it's only so much. We're spending so much money on Google ads. Like I'm just trying to figure out how to
Not Google.
not
Don't
like,
do it. It's too expensive.
yeah. But that's where all our business comes from. When people want an IV, they go to Google and type in IV near me. You know what I mean? That's just like
You're
what happens.
not doing social?
Well,
I do, but
Pay social.
yeah.
I think if I give you any advice, now I know that I eat Freakies and I'm the age I am, is at our business, good food and good service translated into guests coming back, right?
Yeah.
Like you did when I first met you.
Yeah.
Because all the niceness, I'm nice to you, but you come in because and thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
for supporting Red Rocks with
Of
your
course.
15 top, with your family and all that stuff you did last time. But same thing in your business. I'm sure if you do it right and
Yeah.
it feels good and you're priced right, I think you're.
Yeah, that's when we launched this at the beginning of the year, I literally went over. I took screenshots of everybody's prices and everything. I tried to be the cheapest mobile, and then obviously, I'm like one of the few companies that pays for all the nurses' supplies. Usually, they have to buy all their own supplies too. So like, we're getting really good nurses because like a single mother doesn't want to go spend $1,500 in vitamins, and you know what I mean. Like that's a lot. It's kind of asking a lot. So, and we've got great reviews so far, and we're working with a lot of the Panthers players now because they can get IVs like at the facility, but they don't want to be there any longer than they already have to be. They want to be sitting on their couch and doing a lot. So
Eating Freakies.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So, but yeah, I mean, the feedback from the athletes has been huge. I have one guy, he does marketing for me, like Xavier Leggett. He's kind of, gotten me a lot more, people in the locker room. I guess he just went back and said, hey, man,
Again,
check it
good
out.
food and good service.
Yeah.
Or a good IV.
Yeah, exactly.
IV me
Service.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
Being
I
a
think,
hat guy, Ronnie
I mean,
Hats.
if he starts catching the ball this year, he could just be like, it's Ivy me now.
Yeah.
That's how I turned it around this year.
That's right.
Well,
That's
it
right.
takes-
He's going to have a big year. You should take
I hope so.
a little bit of credit for that because he's going to have a monster year.
Yeah,
He can have
exactly.
the rest of the credit.
You
He'll
know
have
what,
98%.
One day, Chris, he's talking about the Panthers again, how good they're going to be. Look at that.
Hey, everybody's confident over there.
I like the coaches
Well,
of Red Rocks.
I mean,
on.
it's better than talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers in North Carolina. I mean,
Wow, the
what are we doing?
Steelers were
Ron's always shocked when I talk about the Carolina Panthers here in North Carolina.
Have you always been like a diehard Steelers fan, or
Yeah, I
is
grew
that
up
because?
there.
Okay,
I grew up
yeah.
there. And then, before we had a team here, I support the Hornets and Panthers. I spend a lot of money on season tickets. So, I mean, I'm a supporter. I just think Mark Richardson and Jerry were great. I knew
Yeah.
them. They ate at Red
Awesome.
Rocks. I owned a club with Mark Richardson, Sunset Club, who was the owner of the Panthers. Ray Woolrich, who owned the Hornets, was always coming in the restaurant too when he owned it with George Chin. I lived with David Wingate back in the day. He played for the Hornets. So obviously I'm that fan, but the Steelers I grew up with. I mean, I went.
And those guys would have been on table. That ownership group would have been on Table Talk.
We're still
David
waiting.
Tepper?
No way.
We've
Not
asked
so much.
Tepper.
No, we've asked him.
I think if I put a sign, maybe I need to do like they do with Dilworth. Like, they do that sign
Yeah.
on the street.
Yeah,
maybe we
Dilworth
need
Road.
to start putting a sign. We want Tepper.
Yeah.
I say we just start podcast like right in front of the entrance
I like that.
of the
Two.
training facility
Right.
one day. Just
Right-
random.
Right in his parking spot.
Just show up.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Mobile podcast.
Yeah, with IVs.
With the, we're all gonna
I'd be too while
It's all
you're
good.
here.
David
You never know
Tepper
who we're
probably
going to
would.
get.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've always, the Steelers, obviously, I mean, we've won so many Super Bowls. It's so hard because I feel bad for the people that don't.
We've won so
When?
many.
It's-
Yeah, I mean, I feel
When?
bad
When
for
was
the
the last
people that
one?
haven't won one. You
Back
know?
when Freakies was big.
When I grew up.
They won all of them when
right.
Freakies was popular.
75, 79, I was there. Like, what I'm saying is, I grew up with the team, and that's so. I think as a kid, it's so great. I mean, I used to write down Franco Harris when he would have 5 rushes, 6 rushes, 30 yards, 7 rushes, 8 rushes. And I remember the back of reception. I was with my dad, and he said, Steelers suck. And then he walked upstairs, and then he scored that touchdown.
Nice.
So, I mean, I've been that way, and I get it with Michael. He's a
Yeah.
season ticker. He's
Yeah.
a
Hey, gotta
Panther
support.
fan. I'll bet the
I
parlay
support
again.
local, Ron.
Hornets, Panthers, playoffs. $5 or 20. I think it paid 50 grand last year. I'm gonna do it again.
Oh yeah.
Same one.
I think the Panthers make the playoffs this year. I do.
Me
I
too.
think they do.
Hornets. I hope they do.
The coach eats at Red Rock. I like the coach a lot.
Yeah.
We need to do a show down there too.
Yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
talked about that. We got to do
Yeah.
that because Dave Canales is a big Red Rocks fan, and so is Seth Curry.
But
Of the
think
Hornets.
That's cool.
I think we're getting ready to sign off.
Yeah, we're hitting an hour right now, so we started a little bit late, but
We did.
yeah, like Max was trying to park.
Parking.
Parking's not fun here.
Parking.
Where'd you park in the garage?
I went through every garage here and finally found one like behind Cava or whatever that place
I
is.
just go to Dick's or Barnes and Nobles and just go over there.
Yeah.
I don't even waste my time anymore.
I have a cone out front, so
it'd be nice if there was 2 cones out front for your co-host.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, leave it going out
that's
there.
all right.
For,
Yeah.
just pull mine up. It don't matter. They park my car.
Okay.
yeah, I'll look for the car with the red fuzzies hanging down
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
mirror.
The, dice, yeah.
Just so you know, I see your car driving by. Now that everybody knows you have a.
Yeah.
It's your keys.
The red
deposit.
dice. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
Chris,
going
you got anything to
incognito.
say today? Anything about stock market? Anything we need to know? Any good
Any,
stock tips?
any updates on the tariffs?
Not that I know of.
Did you want to tell us about your weekend protesting? No? Okay.
He was at No Kings?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Chris was, really?
No.
Hey, it's okay. Like, I mean,
Yeah, he was out there middle of the road.
Chris is a
He had
father. He was
traffic
doing
stop.
Father's Day
We
stuff
take-
with his family.
we take Democrats, Republicans, and Red Rocks. We don't care who you vote for, what you do.
There you
Independents.
We take them all. Anybody wants to eat a Red Rocks, we love you. Thank you for supporting us.
And what's go? All right, so before we sign off, Red Rocks this weekend. Anything special?
Yeah, you know what? We have we'll have a good day on Thursday, Juneteenth, and everybody's off work. Do you give your employees off?
Yeah. We have off. Yeah.
I don't even know. Is it? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice of you. You don't have to, but a lot of people are off, so we'll have a good day. And the weekend always in Birkdale is packed on the weekends.
Yeah, this time of
And
year.
I
And
saw
a lot of
the
these
time.
restaurants started closing when after table talk started. So
Yeah. Ron was talking smack about him.
could have just been how many popular the show's become.
Well, when I get to Freaky's Hats and
Doggy style.
Doggy style.
so I don't know if anybody will ever come in again.
More
We do.
reviews about the owner coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if everyone can just take a minute and try to order a hat just so we can make sure it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie
we'd
Hats.
appreciate
Deb's
that
on
right
here.
now.
She ordered her first hat.
If any, would that be that's considered Ron's pyramid scheme?
No. It's totally legit.
I tried to
It's a
give you
great
like,
business plan. Never
You
have to ship
realize
it. Never
you
have to
can
make
be
a
one of the
product.
first sayings on Ronnie Hats. I mean, a lot of people in the world want to do this. I've turned them away. Ronnie Hats has 3 or 4 different hats now. Cheapskate, probably America's Guest. I'm giving you a chance to make your own style of a hat. I mean, I'm a hat.
I'm going to come up with something good.
Yeah.
Kush probably has
Yeah, Kush.
150 ideas
Yeah.
already.
Turkey balls.
Kush had Kush had this morning. He's got.
He offered to sell me that company.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Well,
A share.
Oh.
So I could help sell his turkey balls shorts.
How much are
nothing
those
about
shares
it.
going for?
I don't know. He has so many of
Are
those
you
shorts.
sure you told Alex to be on podcast? He said.
I said, yeah, I told him last night, and then I texted him again. I said, you making it at Red Rocks one? He said, nah, I'll be building out these Surons most of the day. It's his new gig.
What is it?
What is this, sir?
Bike
Electric
mechanic.
bicycle.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna send you a Kush. It's pretty funny. So Kush does these things. Have you seen it yet? Like this?
It's my 9th day at the airport.
Yeah, he sent me all those today. He sent me 100 of them.
He
I never realized chickens were so tasty.
I mean, he's like so like. He does that for the airport. He does Red Rock. I mean, he's
Yeah.
really creative. You should get him with your
Oh, yeah.
IVs.
Yeah. Oh, Kush is one of my best friends. I talk to him.
Kush
every
is a
day.
great guy.
Talk to him every day.
He wanted to be on today, but
He's
Oh, he
one of,
did?
yeah. I think
Well,
he's
he should've
going out of
stopped by.
town this week or something.
he's going to Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my best friends. Kush is awesome, and he's got some really good ideas.
Did you have more points than him this year?
I don't playoffs
For
for sure. Yeah.
You think he had more?
Well, Kush
points
only
than him?
played. They only had played one playoff game because they lost the Outlaws.
Well,
Well,
I
Kush
think I only had.
No, they didn't. Oh, we beat the Firm. Sorry.
I think I had like 6 points in the regular season, and I had 17 in the playoffs.
Yeah. So stock up.
Kush. I think Kush had more points than you.
No.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, all right. Well,
Regular season,
Who won
for
more games? How about that? Let's do it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm saying.
No, that does matter.
That does matter.
Well, Kush didn't show up a lot of games. That's why they lost. He missed 2 games.
Yeah. In the
I'm not-
first game.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see
Yeah,
how.
pull
it
it
goes.
Oh,
up.
yeah, the stats, yeah.
All right. So he played for this team called the Wolves, right? Okay, that was his team. Let's see. This is making for good. Let's
Got a
see.
wine meeting after this too. You gonna have some prosecco with me?
A wine meeting.
A wine meeting. Like testing
Results.
wines?
Yeah.
Huh.
Prosecco,
Let's just.
and then bacon. We had bacon yesterday.
I gotta go. My dad's trying to get my junk out of his garage. I've been working on a little boat project.
Are you selling stuff? Are you still selling?
I sell stuff.
I try to
everywhere.
get Renee to sell my paintings and everything. You ever want to make some money?
Yeah, I did. You told me about
I
that.
know everybody. Like everybody, nobody wants to make money in this world. Like it's
I
so
would
crazy.
love to make money in this world. That's why I'm.
No one
I
wants to
mean,
make
I
money.
got paintings that are $5,000. I'm trying to just get rid of for some cash.
I'll come over and we'll figure it out.
All right. So
You could
Kush
say-
had 6 points this season.
No way.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Max had, wait for it, drum roll. Here it comes. Max had 23 points, but you said 17 came in the playoffs?
Yeah.
This does count playoffs.
I had 10 the first game. Then
10 in the playoffs. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then I only took 2 shots in the
So I guess
championship game, but
I guess
made 'em.
6 and 6 then, if you count regular season.
Yeah.
But, maybe, just maybe, Kush scored in the playoffs too. But highly doubtful.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So
I
if he
just
scored in
wasn't
the playoffs, maybe he had 2 points in the playoffs. He had 4. You would have had 6.
Yeah.
But maybe if Kush didn't, then
Who's taller, you or Kush?
Come on. Oh my gosh. I'm Kush probably. How tall is Kush? Kush has got to be
He's-
upwards of 5'4", maybe not. Right?
We love Kush. He's not listening today. He usually listens.
he was on earlier. Let's see if Kush played. Kush did not score in the playoff game, so he had 6 in the regular season. So did you.
Wow. I'm proud of you, Max.
Oh, thank you.
But 17 in the playoffs. That's impressive. I don't think Kush would ever put up 10 in a game like Max did.
But you didn't win a championship, so it doesn't really matter. All that
I
work.
thought wins don't matter, huh?
All that.
Hey, I shot 100% in the championship game. I
All
should
that
have shot
hard
more.
work. And,
No, man, that was such a good game. though. You couldn't ask.
but,
for
you
a
know,
better game.
That's true.
I know we're running out of time, but I always remember when I met Max, he could sell. My nephew did this. He sold something for $1 and turned into $500. What did you sell?
Well, I started, just selling anything I could. When I started driving for Toyota, I didn't have like sponsorship to bring to the table, so I was racing for free. So I had to be able to make a living. And my dad gave me $300 a week for like food, and then I would just drive around with a trailer, go through the point on trash day, and pick up all the stuff and fix it, and then sell it on
Nice.
Facebook.
Wow.
And then I bought out.
hustler.
Yeah, I bought out like a guy's whole entire like mechanic shop, all the assets of it, and we made some cash on that. What's that? What is that?
That's your appearance fee. Then I'm sorry you went through that.
Hey, come on, man.
But no, you sold something. You sold something like a computer, then you made it into something.
yeah,
else.
no, I
The kids did that. What's that called now?
I don't
my
know what
nephew
that's
did.
called, but yeah, there's the guys like they start with a paper clip and trade it. Like I traded in 2020, I guess it was 22 or 23. I started with a GMC 1500 and traded it into an Audi R8.
Right. I'm
Oh, did you
saying.
hear that, Chris?
Yeah.
Chris does that too. He
It was.
trades-
I think it was 14 cars in between, but no
Wow.
cash involved. I traded from that to an Audi R8.
My nephew Brian called. I forget he called me up, trade something. He wanted to get me like Brian. What's your Venmo? Bradley. I'll just get mine. But I was so impressed he was doing it because he did like
Yeah.
from one little item, he had a computer, then he had a golf clubs, and then
It was really easy during COVID though. Everybody had money
I
and they
forget
were
what you
trying
call
to
that, but
spend it.
the trade game.
Like the trade game. Yeah.
There you go.
I
Hey,
guess
it's your
so.
next hat.
The trade game.
What do
Yeah.
you think, Brent?
I like it.
Yeah.
What do you want to trade? What would you take?
I've already bought my hat. I'm not buying any more.
Still waiting on that.
Hey, you can sell that hat to Charlie
the
or
box
Kush.
of the box of freakies. That's what I want.
You got to come up with a slogan that people look at the hat and they think like 5 different things. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like freakies.
freaky.
Like, give me an example.
Freaky.
Give me an example.
I mean, that's a good one. That's
Trade
a good-
game.
I don't know. You gotta. That's the goal. People want like funny hats, but like the goal would be to be able to wear it somewhere nice, to where it's not like ignorant. But then at the bar, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's a funny
No,
hat.
this
You know what I
hat,
mean? Like,
hey, that hat,
yeah.
that hat sells.
That one says
I got that hat.
We
I got it
sold
in
about
red.
36 of Ronnie hats.
I got it in red.
I joke around about one, but we sold 36 so far.
You th-
This is our best seller for
The
people
pink?
out where at the
Fact
bars.
check. Fact check. You bought 36 of those, Brent?
Yeah, we sold 36. Remember,
One was made,
Michael,
36 sold.
We went through some marketing people, and now we have Chrissy, who's she's in charge of marketing for the hats.
She's doing
and we
great.
sold 35 hats under her, and we
That's
sold 0
great,
under
yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. You know who else is good? Like always figures out how to make money? Alex.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he had some of the coolest ideas at the charity tournament yesterday. He had a box of golf.
don't give away his ideas.
Oh yeah, well they're already made.
okay,
I
good.
think.
He's
It
got
was
patents.
it was a box of golf tees, and he's selling them. I think on Amazon, but it looks like a pack of cigarettes. It's like a cigarette box, and you open it, and it's 12 tees.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
It was cool. Like
That
it's
is pretty
funny.
legit,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then he's making ball markers. Like
Yeah.
Like
I
he's
like
an
that.
innovative.
He's
an
doing the
innovative
golf
kid.
carts now too.
Yeah, he's always into something, and I think Kush probably gets a lot of his ideas going. Them two will talk for 3 hours on the phone, just like, yeah, let's do this,
Yeah.
let's do that. I think Kush has called me 2 times this week for investment stuff. I'm like, man, like he's got some good ideas. If you will run with it, if you're gonna
Yeah, you
dedicate
gotta go
it,
all in.
yeah,
Yeah.
then I would probably invest in.
That's how I felt about Ronnie Hats. You got to commit.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we have this Chrissy. We sold 35 Ronnie hats.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah.
That's
Congrats.
the last week.
that's it.
That's a big deal.
You know
Right?
how it is. If you can't get into one thing and do it half-ass. If you
Right.
do anything half-ass, it's going to be half-ass. Like,
Yep.
it's just,
You just got to.
That's
You
the
gotta
next
live
hat.
it.
half-ass. Oh, I like that. Half-ass. Yeah.
I mean,
And then you
that's
could do
how
a
it
full
works.
ass one.
On the back of the hat, you just have Ron's butt cheeks.
No, just one cheek.
One cheek, half-assed.
People would pay for that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
The wheels are spinning. Look at him. He's thinking about it.
There's nothing I rather
It'll be on the
wear.
site
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, nothing
Renee,
rather
I'm
go
going to need
out.
you to take a picture of Ron's ass later.
Man, what the hell's on your hat? Oh, it's my buddy Ron's ass.
Well, and they know I like going to the bathroom a lot too. The people that know.
All right.
this.
That would be a great hat for the drivers in Mexico.
We just need we need to go through all the film and like a sentence that Ron, one of his famous lines from the podcast, you just put the whole sentence on the hat to where there's like so many words people have to stop and like read the hat.
Yeah.
It'd be just something crazy that Ron said. You could just make a whole line off of quotes, your own quotes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I say some stupid ass shit sometimes.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's
That would be a
hat.
good one.
I say some stupid ass shit sometimes. Ron.
No, you put
That's the hat.
you put sometimes on the back. Sometimes.
That would fucking sell.
Yeah, it would.
That would sell.
There
If
you
We've
go.
already
made a
got like 3 new hats.
Yeah.
I know.
If you made a hat that says "I say some pretty stupid shit sometimes," that I would wear that hat.
Yeah, I would
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Chrissy.
And then the
we have
butt
a new
cheeks on
hat.
the back too.
Write that down.
You can't forget.
Maybe
the
that's my
cheeks.
new logo instead of Ronnie Hats with a butt cheek.
half cheek hat.
And everybody's because that would be the hat itself. Yeah, I get that.
I'd say some pretty stupid shit sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Glad you
great.
can admit it. Well,
Well,
I think that's it, Ron. I think
Hey, you
we
can
got some
watch this
ideas.
on at CW, by the way, at noon after the Xfinity race.
Yep.
Now, again, some of this is we're talking stuff that's future, right? Because it's going to be on Saturday.
All right.
So if you want to record it, tell your friends. CW
Yeah,
at
let's do
noon
it.
after the Xfinity practice. Is that right?
Yeah, after practice.
After practice,
Yep.
CW.
I like it.
You're going to be.
I like that there's no, like, you guys don't plan on what you're going to talk about. You just,
No, we never do. I mean, we have
That's what
like
makes
we'll
it
send
fun.
ideas
Yeah.
out, and then right before we start, I don't think we ever discuss it really. We
No.
just kinda-
yeah.
I'll be like, Michael, did you see that? Nope.
Hey, did you get that email? No.
I
If we
saw
did
it, but
any,
we'll wing
we
it.
should do a pivot hack because I say it so many times. We got to pivot.
Pivot. Yeah.
Pivot.
Time to pivot.
Uh-oh.
Well, speaking of pivot, it's time to go. Hopefully you watch us on CW.
Yeah,
You
thanks
will
for
be
joining
watching
us,
that.
Max
Of course. Thanks for having me.
McLaughlin.
And don't forget about Red Rocks. Is I'm the only sponsor of the show. I mean, you know, now I sponsor.
No, Ronnie
Yeah.
Hats sponsors too.
Ronnie Hats.
Yeah.
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 Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining live on Instagram. Max, thanks for stopping by.
Hey,
course.
We'll
can
see you
I
on
say something real
CW.
quick? Shout out to my partner John Love. Happy Father's Day. You need to come on the show, partner.
Yep.
So-
And we'll be down in South Park soon to record there. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week. Thanks for joining Table Talk.
We're out.
We're out.
Ron, it's another fantastic evening at Red Rocks. I love coming to your restaurant. The friendly service, the atmosphere, this place has it all.
Well, we have something for everyone, Mike. We can have a steak, we can have pasta, we have seafood, we have a kids menu. We have everything you need.
Well, thanks, Ron. Really appreciate you.
Red Rocks Cafe, newly renovated. Your complete dining experience.
Hey, Austin.
Hey guys, mind if I sit with you?
Absolutely.
What should I do with this?
Put it over there by my two.